Okay, this is the do-over for my Living in the Light today, November 8th. Um, I started about 5 minutes ago, and then I got this really wicked tickle in my throat, and I knew I could not continue. So I'm back, and I'm so happy to see you here. And we're going to have some fun today. Remember, it's our visit. We're going to sit back, relax, and we're going to think about living in the light, what it means. Today we're going to look at rethinking minimalism. We'll talk a little bit more about tolerations. And I got some great things to share about that. And I made the decision that I am going to do the National Day calendar for tomorrow, today. So if I do it for tomorrow, if there's something you want to, you say like, oh, how could I didn't know it was remember yesterday, was it donut day, and you didn't know until after 5 in the evening. Well, we're not going to do that. From now on, I'm going to swap them up, and we will do tomorrow's National Day calendar day today. I'm going to do that at the end, though, because right now I want to talk about rethinking minimalism. Tomorrow we're going to talk about time, because all these crazy things I've realized since the campground office closed, and I am now doing things that I didn't do for the previous 7 months while I was working in the office for many hours a day. So getting back to where we are with picking up from yesterday, we've been talking for a few days about tolerations. Tolerations are little things that they seem to be so minimal, we ignore them, and then next thing you know, they build up, and it drains our energy. So as I was doing some of my cleaning last night, I was thinking about that, and I was wanting to share it because I'm real excited. First of all, you have got tolerations all around the house. You've got them in your schedule. You've got them in your life. You got them on the other end of the phone sometimes. Some of them we have to just stop and deal with. And once we deal with it, it's going to be gone. You know, one toleration that I think we kind of let slide a little, and that's our email box. Oh, I know, what a topic. I am like, my email box has over 500, 600 emails right now. Another one has 4,000, but we're not going to talk about that one. The one that has 500 in it, it was like 3 weeks ago, I just clicked, mark all, and I put them in a saved folder, and because I wasn't ready to deal with them. I think I maybe should have just deleted them, because chances are I don't think I've gone looking for them since. All we have to do in many cases is just look for the unsubscribe, If you unsubscribe from some of the email lists that are bogging you down, they're not going to get through anymore, and they're not going to bother you. And I know I've got a lot of those. I may read that later. Seriously? That's like magazines. How many magazines do you have that you are going to read later? Or newspapers. Did you ever notice from time to time, one of my little guilty pleasures is watching hoarders. Oh my gosh, when you see those messes, but how often do you see stacks and stacks of magazines and newspapers and stuff like that, and you think like, well, I may need that someday. Probably you don't need that someday. And you really have to learn to let it go. there will be another magazine. A lot of the magazines you like are online. Don't subscribe to them. Look them up as you need them. So think about that. That is a toleration. Do you get kind of drained when you think about your email box and, oh, you got to go through it? I do. Well, I attacked one of them yesterday, which made me so happy. I cleaned my closet. Now, I have a very tiny closet, and but what happened was things started to build up, like you're having company or something, so you chuck it in the closet, it'll be out of the way. You think you have room for it, but you really don't. Shoes that never got put on a rack or don't fit on a rack or you don't have a rack for them. All those little things, they make you nuts. So I got, my sister is also going through the decluttering, cleaning, releasing, letting go. And she had a little 4-shelf, narrow little set of 4 shelves. And I'm like, I could use that in my closet. So I had this big rack that I hung clothes on because I only have this other little closet space. And the big rack that I had, it had shelves for shoes. And the shoes never got put on them, or they got put on them and they fell off. And then the kitty litter box, because I buy my kitty litter in big boxes and they were in the way. And I couldn't go near the closet. Also, I've been letting go of clothes. I've been minimalizing. So the first thing I did, I went through the racks, I purged them, took out whatever I wasn't using. I took the rack out, got rid of it, cleaned up the little 4-shelf thing, put my shoes on it, swept the floor, and the rest of the cleaning. I put this is going in my car tonight to go to Goodwill, but I saved it because I wanted to show it to you. You're not going to believe it. Look at all those hangers. There's dozens of them. Now, that's how much room it took up in my limited closet. And they're empty. And they were empty. So I've got maybe 10 or 12 hangers. I went through them and I picked out the ones I like. Now, we all know no wire hangers. So that was the first thing to go, was the wire hangers. After that came the ones that everything slips off of, that had to go next. After that, I picked out the ones I really like. So I kept the ones I really like. All the rest are going to go to Goodwill tomorrow with some clothes that I also got rid of. So I am very happy, very excited about that. And, like my sister came over today to help me to give Tishy her fluids. And I had to drag her into the bathroom and go, look at my closet, it's beautiful. That is a good feeling. What once drained my energy now fed my energy. You see? I think that is just so exciting. So, and my shoes all have a home on the little racks. Now, another toleration is to-do lists. And I've got a million of them. And I just have to figure out, am I going to really do these things, or I need to just chuck it, give it up, forget it? So today I attacked a lot of things that were on my ongoing to-do list that went on and on and on. And today, nope, today's the day I'm doing it, making appointments, contacting people, ordering things online that I needed to order. So at the end of the day, I'm feeling pretty good. And it was a busy day. I had a couple of boxes. First of all, I had the boxes around the house with the stuff that was to go in them to send to my daughter. Well, today I got that stuff back. I got my old phone sent out to be recycled. At the end of the day, when you really get something done, you feel so relaxed. And those tolerations are gone. So think about that, and what tolerations can you get rid of? It's the little bitty things. It's the, what is it? The little foxes that spoil the vine. That's from the Bible, and it means that it's the little things that don't seem like anything that build up and build up and build up, and then they're an issue. So while I was cleaning stuff and put it away, this really cracked me up. I found one of my old journals. Now, this is not that, well, it is that old. You know, time goes by so fast, you don't realize how fast it went. This is from, excuse me, April 21st, 2001. And it says, Lord, I wonder what's happening on the inside as I observe my actions in the outer. I don't know when the simplify and organize thing began, but I'm thrilled that it did. Maybe I just got tired of always having to hunt for things over and over, and I still do sometimes, and grumble in frustration as I seek a message or a special service or the like. So this is from 2001, 20 years ago. And it seems like we're cyclic. You know, we do it for a while and then we kind of slack off, and then we have to start over and do it for a while. But I like to think of the symbol for eternity, which goes like this, except that I would see the forward swoop a little larger and the backward swoop a little smaller, which would give motion. So that would mean that you're growing from here to here to here, and every time you swing back, you swing out farther. And I do that by learning about minimalizing, because I found out so many things. I'll share with you as we go down the road. One of the things, this is to me, major. I was feeling very guilty because I watch a goodly number of YouTube videos. But what I'm watching is always about how to do something, how something works, how to help myself, all kinds of things like that. And I realize it's not, I'm not saying I do it all day, clearly, but what I do get out of it is I am like going to a class. It's like a YouTube class, because I go, and I'll write something down and I'll try it. I was listening to a lady today who was talking about when you don't have a lot of time and you can't get started with getting yourself organized and decluttered, the first thing you should do is the dishes. Now, probably 15 years ago, it was probably the same woman. I saw something on YouTube that said, I don't know, I was on the computer, and it said, whatever you do, don't ever go to bed with a sink of dirty dishes. And from the day I heard that, I never went to bed, not even with a dish. Everything has to be washed or I don't go to bed. And that is so powerful, because if you get up in the morning and go out into the kitchen and there's a stack of dirty dishes, no, you want to go in and the dishes are done. The sink is empty. You're ready for a new day. That and having my coffee, just flip the switch and have my coffee ready. I'm still working toward actually getting myself an automated coffee pot. So when I get up in the morning, the coffee's made and I just pour it and then go back to my prayer time. That would be so wonderful. But I'm not there yet. When I get there, that'll be a good thing. So as I'm watching these things on minimalizing, and I noticed some people are pretty strict with it, and one lady, it's about between minimalizing and being frugal with your money, which is minimalizing your spending. And I listened to a few of these videos, and I'm like, I don't want to go I don't want to go that far. I consider myself a moderate minimalist. That means that if I want something, being frugal with my finances and with my, not accumulating a lot of stuff, and that I will be able to enjoy that money. I will be able to spend the money in a way that I want. I will be able to enjoy that closet space because of the things I got rid of that I didn't really like, that didn't really fit me, that I got stuff that I did like. Sometimes there's just something that doesn't fit right. It doesn't, you don't like the feel of the material. You accidentally, for me, accidentally buying something wool is like, because I just itch all over when I'm around wool. It's really, really wicked. So, because I've been doing all this minimalist talk, I hope that you will look at the good. You always want to not go to an extreme. So I don't consider myself an extreme minimalist, but as I lighten up with my stuff, as I lighten up, working on lightening up the physical thing going on here, that I will be able to relax more. And last night I went online. I bought a ticket to go to Utah to see Mimi for Christmas, and that I'm excited about. But I can do it because I'm careful with other things. I was going to buy a 4-drawer cabinet for my closet because I didn't have enough room. Well, I got rid of some of the stuff in my drawers. I got the 4-shelf unit from my shoes. You can just move things around, ponder it, think about it, and you're going to find that you can minimalize in moderation, and it will make your life so much better. So that's basically what I wanted to say today. And now I'm going to share the tomorrow's National Day calendar items. It is National Scrapple Day. Now, I'll bet a lot of you don't even know what Scrapple is. Well, I think, as far as I see it, it's a step down from Spam. Spam is like, bits and pieces of everything congealed into a little can. Scrapple is kind of like lard and little bits of gristle and sausage and meats, and they pack it into this thing, and you fry it, kind of like a hashy thing, and some people love it. My youngest twin loves it. Well, at least he did. I went there a couple of years ago for Christmas, and he said, "You know what I was thinking about, Ma? I was thinking about Scrapple." Well, you don't not ever tell your mom, this mom, that you were thinking about Scrapple. And thinking about, you haven't had it in a long time. Because anyone that knows me knows my next step was getting on Google, where can I get Scrapple? And sure enough, they had it right in the grocery store in town. Went down, and Christmas morning, that boy had Scrapple for breakfast. I'm pretty sure he probably wouldn't buy it again, because over the years our tastes have changed a lot and what we like to eat. And sometimes it's not that the other thing isn't that appealing, but sometimes we don't feel so good when we eat it. Sometimes like French onion dip. Oh yeah, Lipton onion soup and sour cream, way to go. I used to, back in the day when I was featherweight, 85 pounds, as an adult, I weighed 117 the day my twins were born, when I was still pregnant. 117. I haven't seen 117 in decades. Anyway, I would just go to town on sour cream, French onion dip, and potato chips. That was one of my favorite things. There were a lot of things. I used to fry a lot of food. I think I talked to you recently about how dusting was so easy because the things didn't have that thin film of grease that happens when you're frying foods a lot. And I did fry foods a lot. Hey, they were delicious. I think if I tried eating that kind of food today, I'd probably be really sick, just from the heaviness of it. So times change, we change. National Scrapple Day. If you're a meat eater, you want to give Scrapple a run, go for it. It is also National Louisiana Day. Louisiana, man, they have been through their stuff, haven't they? Especially New Orleans. But if there's ever any proof of reincarnation, you can see it in Louisiana. Because for everything they've been through, they've come out of it, they've risen again, and before you know it, the people are dancing in the streets on Bourbon Street. And there's so much more to Louisiana than New Orleans, but it's amazing and inspiring to see what they've done. It is also I have to try to remember how to pronounce this. Microtia Awareness Day. Now here's something you never thought about. Microtia is a condition that babies are born with where either one or both of their ears do not fully develop. So one ear is really tiny and or both ears are really tiny. So if you see someone and they don't know what causes it, it's just something that happens before the baby is born. And so be aware. So if you see someone that has little bitty ears, know that that is what do they call that? It's like a birth defect, only it's not from the birth. It's just the child did not develop the ears correctly. Well, that's it for today. I am going to go now and enjoy the fruits of my labors of all the chores I did today. Finally bought a new shower curtain. My shower curtain, this purple hair, you do know it doesn't grow out of my head, right? It comes out of a bottle. And so my shower curtain's all splattered, and no matter how you clean it, it stays. So I'm going to go put up my new shower curtain. What are you going to do with your day? And what do you feel great about? Enjoy your day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And we're going to talk about time and a couple other really interesting things, like the other pandemic. Tomorrow, you know what? I'm going to put the time on. I'm going to put the time on hold. We're going to talk about the other pandemic tomorrow. So excited. Bye.